The art of life is not controlling what happens to us, but using what happens to us. Gloria Steinem. Grand Rising to my first time viewers. Welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To my returning viewer, hello, friend, and thank you for your support. Winter solstice is the shortest time of year, shortest day of year, and the official start of winter, which was on October the oh gosh, let me start that all over. Winter solstice is the shortest day of the year and the official start of winter, which was on Saturday, December 21st. This morning's practice is a winter solstice meditation, which is intended to inspire courage to acknowledge in our sadness in the season when all we are seen to require, all we are seen to exhibit is cheerfulness. By accepting and embracing our sorrows, we may heighten our awareness of others' griefs and deepen our compassion toward others by means of the compassion we show ourselves. But before we start today's practice, if you haven't done so already, please comment, like, and share. If you are a first time viewer, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inspirational Moments with Joseph Long, and to hit that notification bell. That would mean a lot to me, and it would greatly help with my algorithms. So, in advance, I thank you. Before we begin this meditation, I encourage you to take out a candle. I have mine. And at the end of this practice, we will light it as a representation of the light within us. All righty? Now, let's begin. You can lie down or sit comfortably. You can sit in a chair or cross your legs with your hands resting one over the other in standard meditation pose. Close your eyes and become aware of your breath. Gently, gradually, encourage your breathing to become deeper. Feeling each new breath, feel your chest and belly, then releasing the breath slowly and steadily. You are walking at dusk alone in a dark forest. There is no moon, and you go slowly, for the pale stones of your path are barely visible in the glimmering light of the cold stars above. And you may go slowly also because you are tired and worried, and your heart is heavy with old sorrows. You know that in the new year that lies ahead, there will be new challenges, new perils, new uncertainties, and new griefs to face. And even if you are contented with your own life now, you cannot help knowing that many others are not so fortunate. At this time of year, it is very easy to be sad, The longest night of the year has come, the evening of the winter solstice. Our days are short and often gray, the sun hidden behind dark clouds. So, not far away from these dark woods, people scurry to and fro to a blaze of colored lights. Bent under a heavy burden of their own and others' expectations, struggling to keep up traditions that may be no more than dry husk now, long empty of the meaning they once held. How much of the true joy is there in the frantic buying and selling and all the anxious bustle of this season? Yet, even when we turn away from the busyness and remind yourself that this is the season when we celebrate the rebirth of the light and the birth of a child who grew up to spend his life springing the good news of love and forgiveness, you may still be sad. For in our lives, or in the lives of many of our sisters and brothers around the world, love, forgiveness, stability, and peace may be in short supply. Yet the season seems to demand that we be joyful and to be sorrow and to have a joy and to have a sorrowful heart that demand itself as a burden, another invitation to despair. You keep walking, and gradually the bleak beauty of the winter woods begins to soothe your heart. The crisp air, spiced with the odors of cedar and fir, refreshes you. The dimness is restful to your tired eyes. The path under your feet is level, easy to follow. There is no sound but your slow footfalls and faint rustlings as forest creatures settle into their nest. Now, through a gap in the dark trunks of the trees that line your path, you catch a glimpse of a light in the distance. It appears very small and weak, and it vanishes with the next bend in the path. But soon it reappears, and it grows even larger and brighter as you draw near to it. After a few more bends in the path, you see that the light comes from a small fire in a stone fire pit in the center of a clearing. And as you come closer, you see someone standing beside the fire, someone wrapped in a long dark cloak. You feel a tiny thrill of fear at the idea of meeting a stranger at night in the woods. And you go very quietly now. But you also feel a faint sense of anticipation. Now you come to the edge of the clearing and hesitate. But the cloaked figure turns from the fire to look at you. and you see that her face is twin to your own. She looks at you with a grave but kindly expression and beckons to you to draw near to the fire. You walk into the clearing and come to stand beside her, warming your cold hands and gazing into the flames. You do not speak, and neither does she. But after a moment, she puts out her hand to gently touch your shoulder. You turn to her, and at the sight of the compassion in her face, you begin to weep. She puts her strong arms around you, and she murmurs into your ear, "Go ahead and weep, my friend. Here and now, it is safe to lay down the burden of forced cheerfulness and let yourself be sad. Let yourself give up the weary struggle to hold your head above the bitter tide of sorrow. Let it wash over you now. Yes, even over your head. Acknowledge all your griefs and hurts of the year past and of many years past. Mourn for your dead. Honor your dead friends and your vanished hopes. Give in completely to your pain. You have nothing to fear from the darkness, she tells you, for she is our mother and she is the mother of the light. Surrender now to the dark, my friend. Lay your weary head on my shoulder and let your healing tears flow. Forget all your duties and burdens for a while, for nothing is required of you in this time and place but to wait and to rest and to grieve. The light cannot be reborn until the darkness is complete. So she holds you as you mourn, as you tell over the litany of all your losses and griefs and defeats, as you show her the scars and the half-healed wounds of old battles, as you tell her all of your fears for the future, even the most secret and humiliating fears that you have never told anyone, that you have hardly acknowledged to yourself. So take a moment for this telling. Now breathe in slowly and deeply. Then breathe out slowly, deeply. Breathe in and hold. Now breathe out and hold. Take one more deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. The darkness is complete and you are at peace with it. Open your eyes and light your candle. If you don't have a candle, you could share mine. This candlelight is a representation of the light within you, the light within each of us. At the conclusion of this recording, if you feel like it, you may write within your journal whatever you want to keep of this experience. Namaste. Yes, if you stuck it through with me throughout the practice, good work, everyone. I hope this guided meditation brought you a sense of peace and relaxation. How do you feel? Perhaps you feel more relaxed, more centered, or more peaceful. And at this time, I want to recognize those of you who's on here. Wow, first in line, Taliza. And she says, Grand Rise, thank you for the heart emojis. Grand Rising, handsome. Grand Rising, beautiful, love. I knew you would love this shirt. Let me stand so you could fully. I purchased this shirt from Amazon. I said I wasn't going to be doing all this purchasing stuff, but if you've been following me on Facebook and Instagram, you notice I've been getting really involved with the community, more specifically with our seniors, entertaining them, bringing the joy, the sorrow of the holidays where they are. And yesterday I went to a senior living facility where members of my church, we brought a holiday service into the facility for whoever wanted to be present. And when I say full service, I mean full service, sermon, songs, different parts of a service. We gave it to them. I think it was an hour long, and yours truly was asked to minister in music. So I led all the music parts. So I purchased this shirt I purchased it for Sunday morning service, but I didn't go. As you know, I got home early yesterday morning from Naples with the family. So I wore this for that event with the seniors. So I'm glad you liked it. Oh, we are using candles now. Yes, yes. Every now and then I throw something different. So for this one, and if you choose, this is the practice you could do over and over and over, especially during these holidays, over and over and over, and light your candle, or you can light the candle now. It's just reminding you, reminding me, reminding us that in spite of what's going on in our lives right now, the difficult parts, the challenging moments, there is a light within you, within me, that can never be diminished. It may even be a tiny little flicker, but the light is there, and that light is a reminder. And you might want to just light the candle and let it light throughout the day. So wherever you're going through, every time you pass that candle, it will remind you that you are a light. There is a light within you. Yes, yes. Miss Pamela's on here. She says, Grand Rising, everyone. You know what? I keep telling y'all to engage with me. Let me engage you all. Until Lisa, I'm putting your government name on here. Miss Pamela's on here. And she says, Grand Rising, everyone. I embrace sorrow with the anticipation of joy through faith in the universe. Grand Rising to you, Miss Pamela. And she has hashtag embracing temporary sorrow, hashtag amazing joy after sadness. And I just want to add this: we're not rushing anything. One thing is I am learning, have learned through this process of grieving the transition, the passing of my mom, is there is no time frame in your grieving, no time frame in you recognizing and acknowledging your sorrow. Each person goes through each process differently, and the length of time is different as well. So it's okay if your grieving process, your sadness process takes a month, takes a year. But as Pamela has pointed out, hopefully during the process, you will see those light moments. You will see your strength in it, your light through it. Yes. Great one, peaceful. Glad to hear that, Miss Pamela. And on Instagram, we have Reed for commissioner. Oh, we got Miss Pamela. Miss Pamela's going. Are you still going? I don't know if it has the election gone by or it's the election later on next year. But I have Miss Pam on here. Her screen name reads for commissioner. She's going for commissioner. I can't remember what city. If you still on here, put that information in the comment section on IG. But it's good to see you, my friend, my sister. Grand Rising to you. All right. Thank you all for taking this time for yourself. Well, this concludes today's practice, and I look forward to virtually seeing you again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another guided meditation. Peace and blessings. Mwah.